how to write think sentences, they know how to write possession sentences, they know how to write the simple sentences. So what they should do, they should try to think of 3 or 4 liners. See, you know, we use our mother tongue initially simply to light up the whole area so that no gray areas are left in our understanding. For perfect clarity, we take help of our mother tongue. But our goal is spoken English, very confident, clear, fluent spoken English, or skill in writing English. That is our objective. So our mother tongue is useful in the sense that it removes all doubts, and it provides you with full clarity on different areas of English language. Okay, so they are to what should they do? See, all the time they should be focused on working on their English. For example, in 2 ways, they should do as much as they can to continue building a very strong word base for themselves. They should read short stories, and then they should try to learn words, try to remember them. See, stories are the best source to learn language, because stories are entertaining, and they should entertain themselves, and at the same time they should start learning words. And there are so many stories available on internet. For example, there is one site, that site actually is devoted to teaching English. That site says learning, so somebody can Google search it, learning English through stories.
Stories.
Learning English through stories. So if you Google search this site, you will find there countless stories, of different levels, beginning from level 1 up to 6 or 7 levels. There are so many stories over there. So our learners should at once link into those stories. They should start reading and enjoying those stories. But all the time, they should do 2 things. They should learn more and more words, and they should identify all the 8 structures. So we use a story for 2 purposes. One purpose is to build our vocabulary, and the second purpose is to identify all the 8 structures by
Eight
reading those stories.
structures.
That's a very wonderful practice. So and I always tell this thing to my learners, that whatever, see, the story maybe 1 hour long, a narrated story, and those stories are narrated stories, all of them. The beauty of this idea is that our learners also get sensitized to the right pronunciation of English language. When they hear the story read for them, then they know how to accent English, how to speak English, and how to correctly pronounce different words. Okay, they get a very clear idea of all this, and they need it. So this is what they should do. They without wasting time, they should develop this taste for reading stories. Stories are very interesting. They sometimes give you very beautiful ideas, and then they give you a lot of, see, words, and again uh, practice on your sentence structures. So this is what they should do. And up to now, they have done 3 structures. For example, they know the things structures use was, were in the past, is, them are in the present, and shall be, will be in the future. And similarly, had possession structures, they use had in the past, has have in the present, and shall have, will have in the future. And simple, as we discussed in detail, V2 for past, they are to use V2 or did not plus V1. And in the present, they have to use V1 or V1 S or S plus ES, and do not or does not. This is how they handle their present sentences in simple present. And then in simple future, shall, will plus V1. So now, when they have 3 sentences with them, they should start writing in English. For example, 3 liners, 4 liners. For example, somebody can say like this: okay, I was at home, it was morning, uh, I was getting ready for a walk. My friend came and knocked at my door, and I was ready.
Yes.
Now, carefully, if somebody again takes up these sentences one by one, they are nothing but simple, continuing, etc., etc. So, similarly, in present, okay, I have a book. I bought this book only yesterday. It is an interesting book, and I have started reading this book, or I am reading this book, and I am getting very beautiful ideas out of it. Like this, they should start saying small. Similarly, for future, See, tomorrow I shall be in another town. I shall be visiting my friend. I shall stay with that friend till evening. We shall have a very good time together.
Good time
And
together.
then in the evening, I shall come back to just sit, come back to my house, my home, like this. So they should all the time focus on saying ordinary situations in English with the help of correct structures that we are teaching them. Okay. So now, as I told you that I want to make four very very useful sessions to them, particularly see in the context of the simple sentences, for example.
Okay.
Uh, in simple sentences, we for the past we use V2, and for the present we use V1 or V1 plus S or ES. And in normally in simple present, when do we use do, did, or do or does? When do we use them? Only when we are to make negative sentences,
Negative or
interrogative sentences, or
introverted. Right.
negative interrogative. For example, I say that I woke up in the morning. Uh, uh, did I use only for making a negative sentence? I did not wake up in the morning. Or did I wake up in the
Did I?
morning? Did not wake up in the morning. But Neha, I want to tell our learners that here and there they can find did in a positive sentence also.
Positive sentence.
In a
Right.
positive sentence. For example, somebody says, I helped him.
Uh,
Uh, I took the medicine.
I took
I
the
went for a walk. So these are simple past sentences. But here and there they can come across some such expression. Okay, I did take medicine. I
yes.
did go for a walk.
Go for a
I
walk.
did. Now these sentences. Now, when do we use did in a positive sentence? This is what I want to tell our learners. So whenever they are making a very forceful statement, for
Hmm.
example, forceful
Yes.
statement,
Force.
then they use did in the past in the positive sentences also. Suppose you tell somebody that I went to the temple. I
Hmm.
went to the temple. That somebody doubts you.
Hmm.
He he doesn't he doesn't believe that you went to the
Believe.
temple, and he starts raising his doubt, or he starts questioning you. Then next time you will say, I did go to the temple.
I did.
I did. So this is a very emphatical statement. So
Hmm.
this is how we use did in the positive sentences in the past. And similar is the case in simple present. So when we are making emphatical simple present statements, we use do in positive sentences and does in positive sentences,
Positive.
going by the whether the subject is plural or whether the subject
Singular.
is singular.
Singular.
Now, to take some other example, for example, I say that I buy a book every month.
Hmm.
Again, there is somebody who doubts it. Second time, what I will say, I'll say that I do buy a book every day. I do buy a book every day. And going on to the singulars, for example, she sings beautifully. Somebody says she sings beautifully, but there are some doubting tones. Second time, what do you say? She does sing beautifully. She
Sing
does.
beautifully.
So
Yes.
this is first point that I wanted to share with our learners today. That in simple past or in simple present, they can use did, do, does in positive sentences also.
Hmm.
But then those sentences become very forceful and very emphatic statements. This
Yes.
is first point that I wanted to share with my learners. Okay? And सेकंड ना मैं यहाँ पे आप देखना हिंदी में मैं अब आपको बताता हूँ एक सेंटेंस है कि मैं अपने बूट पॉलिश करता हूँ
Hmm.
मैं अपने बूट पॉलिश करता हूँ दूसरा सेंटेंस है मैं अपने बूट पॉलिश करवाता हूँ
करवाता हूँ.
और तीसरा है कि मैं अपने बूट मोची से पॉलिश करवाता हूँ
करवाता हूँ.
Now, all these three are simple present sentences
Yes.
but
Yes.
how to say them in English
Yes.
जब मैं कहता हूँ कि मैं अपने बूट पॉलिश करता हूँ I polish my shoes
Polish. Right.
जब मैं कहता हूँ कि मैं अपने बूट पॉलिश करवाता हूँ आई गेट माई शूज
My
पॉलिश
shoes polished.
आई गेट माई शूज पॉलिश और जब मैं कहता हूँ मैं मोची से अपने बूट पॉलिश करवाता हूँ आई मेक द कॉबलर पॉलिश माई शूज
Shoes. Right.
ये ध्यान रखना है कि
Yes.
देखो ना आप करते हो तो ठीक है
Hmm.
करवाते हो तो यू गेट समथिंग डन
Hmm.
अच्छा किसी से करवाते हो तो यू मेक दैट
Make.
पर्सन डू
Do something for you.
और यही यही पास में ही हो सकता है आई
हाँ.
पॉलिश शूज आई पॉलिश माई शूज
Shoes.
आई गॉट माई शूज पॉलिश्ड I
I made.
made the cobbler polish my shoes.
I
और
made a.
इसी तरह फ्यूचर में हो सकता है, I shall polish my shoes.
Hmm.
I shall get my shoes polished. I shall make the cobbler polish my shoes.
Sure. So,
तो ये
right.
दूसरी बात जो आज मैंने ये दूसरी बात बतानी थी. और थर्ड पॉइंट इज कि our learners sometimes used to, like you in the very beginning of our conversation when we
Yes.
were talking about celebrations, you told me that earlier you used to visit Himachal on this day. You
Yes.
used to. अब
Used.
यहाँ पे why did you not say कि we visited Himachal? You said
Uh,
we used to visit Himachal.
used to
Let
visit.
let us make it clear for our learners. ठीक है ना? So see when I say that मैं वहां गया या मैं वहां जाता था, मैं वहां गया या जाता था, दिस इज सिंपल पास्ट. आई वेंट देयर.
Yes.
मैंने चाय पी, मैं चाय पीता था, आई टुक टी.
Right.
लेकिन जब ऐसा सेंटेंस हो कि मैं वहां जाया करता था,
करता था.
मैं हाँ मैं चाय पिया करता था.
करता.
If you have a sentence like this, then this idea is conveyed with the help of used to. Okay. अच्छा, मैंने चाय पी या पीता था, I took tea.
Took
मैं
tea.
चाय पिया करता था, I used to take
Used
tea.
to take.
और एक बात, ये यूज तो सिर्फ पास्ट में यूज करते हैं, प्रेजेंट में उसका यूज नहीं है.
Present.
मैंने कई बार लोगों को देखा है कि दे ड्रैग इट इनटू द प्रेजेंट आल्सो. तो
Yes.
लेकिन ये प्रेजेंट के लिए नहीं है, ये पास्ट के लिए. ओके.
Oh,
सो मैंने चाय पी या मैं चाय पीता था, आई टुक टी. ओके. लेकिन मैं चाय पिया करता था, आई यूज टू टेक टी.
take
ऐसे
it.
आप. एंड ये नेगेटिव भी हो सकता है. आई डिड नॉट यूज टू टेक, I did not
मैं
used
चाय
to
नहीं
take.
पिया करता. Right.
हाँ. और इंट्रोगेटिव भी हो सकता है. Did I
हाँ.
used to take? हाँ, did I used to take?
Did I
और
use?
हाँ, और did I not used to take tea? So इसके भी चारों हो सकते हैं,
हाँ.
पॉजिटिव, नेगेटिव, इंट्रोगेटिव एंड नेगेटिव. तो ये यूज टू को हम इस तरह यूज करते हैं. लेकिन नेहा, अब बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बात ये है कि ये द सेंटेंसेस दैट वी मेड विद द हेल्प ऑफ यूज टू, वो सिंगल सेंटेंस. नाउ सपोज देयर इज अ सेट ऑफ रिपीटेड एक्टिविटी सेंटेंसेस. एक सेट, कई बार आपको सेट भी मिल सकता है. जैसे मैं कहूँ कि मैं जब यूनिवर्सिटी में पढ़ता था, मैं सुबह उठा करता था,
करता था.
सैर के लिए जाया करता था, फिर वापस आ जाया करता था, स्नान किया करता था, कैंटीन में जाया करता था, ब्रेकफास्ट लिया करता था, और फिर मैं 9 बजे तक डिपार्टमेंट पहुंच जाया करता था. अब देखो, नो, दिस इज इट इज अ सेट ऑफ रिपीटेड एक्टिविटीज.
Yes.
अब इसमें कोई तकलीफ नहीं है. अगर आप यूज टू करोगे ना, आप कर सकते हो, देयर इज नो बार. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, लेकिन आप देखो, अगर आप ऐसे कहोगे कि when I lived in the university, I used to get up in the
हाँ.
morning, used to go for a walk, I used to come back, it is unpleasant on your ears.
Yes. Yes.
तो इसका सब्स्टिट्यूट किया है. क्या है, यहाँ हम वुड यूज करते हैं, WOULD,
Oh,
would.
yes. Right.
तो हम कैसे ऐसे सेंटेंस को, जो पास्ट की जो सेट ऑफ रिपीटेड एक्टिविटी है, उसको कैसे डिस्क्राइब करते हैं कि व्हेन आई वाज इन यूनिवर्सिटी, आई वुड वेक अप इन द मॉर्निंग, then I would go for a long walk, then I would get back, I would take bath, then I would go to the canteen, I would have my breakfast, and then I would reach the department by 9. तो ये रिपीटेड एक्टिविटी अगर तो सिंगल सेंटेंस है तो यूज टू के साथ चल जाएगा. लेकिन इफ देयर इज अ सेट ऑफ रिपीटेड एक्टिविटीज, तो वहां हम वुड यूज करते हैं.
Yes.
दिस
ये
वाज
सर
थर्ड.
तो ये
हाँ
मेरा भी डाउट क्लियर हो गया.
हाँ, ये थर्ड पॉइंट था जो हमने आज शेयर करना था. और फोर्थ पॉइंट क्या है? फोर्थ पॉइंट है कि इंट्रोगेटिव वर्ड्स होते हैं. कौन से? जैसे कैन, वेयर, हाउ, व्हाई, एटसेट्रा, ये सभी होते हैं. तो अगर किसी सेंटेंस में इनकी जरूरत पड़ती है, जैसे मैं कहूं कि क्या आप वहां गए, तो डिड यू गो देयर? ठीक है ना, ये तो बन गया. लेकिन कोई मुझसे पूछे कि आप वहां क्यों गए,
क्यों गए? हाँ.
सो अगर इंट्रोगेटिव वर्ड हो तो हमने इंट्रोगेटिव वर्ड सबसे सेंटेंस के आगे रखना है, और उसके बाद उसी तरह इंट्रोगेटिव सेंटेंस ही रखना है. हम क्या कहेंगे, व्हाई डिड यू गो देयर?
Why did? Yes.
ऐसे नहीं कहना व्हाई यू वेंट देयर, ऐसे नहीं
Why
कहना.
you?
हमने कहा सो जो इंट्रोगेटिव वर्ड है. अच्छा, अब देखो मैंने कहां से शुरू किया था। क्या आप वहां गए? डिड यू
गए,
गो देयर?
did you
हाँ,
go?
आप वहां क्यों गए?
क्यों
व्हाई
गए?
डिड यू गो देयर? हाँ, आप वहां कब गए?
कैसे?
व्हेन
हाँ,
डिड यू
तब
गो देयर?
कैसे
आप,
गए?
हाँ, आप वहां कैसे गए? हाउ डिड यू गो देयर?
How did you go? Yes,
So this is the fourth point. Interrogative words are always placed at the start of an interrogative sentence. ये
okay,
मैंने चौथा पॉइंट बताना था अपने स्टूडेंट अपने लर्नर्स को। So ये चार पॉइंट्स, एक तो मैं सम अप करूं कि एक तो हम अपने लर्नर्स को कहेंगे कि आप अंग्रेजी में लिखना शुरू कर दो,
sure,
बोलना शुरू।
yes,
और मेरा मेरा ख्याल है सपोज दे स्टार्ट प्रैक्टिसिंग स्पोकन इंग्लिश, दैट वुड बी रादर बेटर।
yes,
See, when somebody can handle spoken English with ease and with confidence, so it is the peak target that they have achieved. Because when you start speaking English, by that you already are able to write English properly also, and listen to English properly also. So they should now aim at this practice of spoken English. And इसके लिए बहुत अच्छी बात यह है कि they should have a set of friends around them, कि
yes,
बैठो जैसे, हाँ, तो देखो ना, मैं हमेशा ये सजेस्ट करता हूँ कि आप ऐसे करो, एक छोटी सी नैरेटिव, वही जो कहानियां शब्द सिखलाने के लिए हैं, उन वहां से मैं एक सिंपल एग्जांपल देता हूँ कि आप तीन चार दोस्त इकट्ठे बैठ जाओ, लिसन टू दैट स्टोरी टुगेदर, उसे सुनो, और फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल एंजॉय दैट स्टोरी,
mm,
and can learn words from that story together. All of them should together learn words from that story. Number two. And number three, they should use that story to identify its attractions. Number three. And number four, if they are a group of five friends, they should ask each of them to tell that story summary in English.
yes,
Okay? They should ask their friends, everyone should not retell that story in English. So like this, they should start practicing.
yes,
Okay? So this is one thing that I have suggested. And then we have given them very four important points. Okay, where to use did, do, does in positive sentences.
positive sentences,
हाँ, और हाउ टू हैंडल करता हूँ, करवाता हूँ, किसी से करवाता हूँ, और
yes,
करवाया, जैसे मैं किया, करवाया, या किसी से करवाया,
करवाया,
या फिर हम करूंगा, करवाऊंगा, या किसी से
करवाऊंगा,
करवाऊंगा, ये
किसी
भी
से,
हमने, सेकंड पॉइंट वी हैव शेयर्ड इट विद देम। और थर्ड पॉइंट मैंने उनको बता दिया है कि अगर रिपीटेड एक्टिविटी सिंगल है तो यूज टू के साथ, इफ देयर इज अ सेट ऑफ रिपीटेड एक्टिविटीज इन द पास्ट तो पुट के
put,
साथ कहें। और चौथी बात हमने ये कह दी कि इंट्रोगेटिव है वो क्वेश्चन के बिल्कुल
पह,
शुरू में डाल।
शुरू में डाल,
These are the
yes,
4 points that we want to discuss today, and perhaps it is over. It is good now. It is enough for
yes,
today.
right, sir,
Okay. So next time we shall think of something new to share with our students, and you too. Think of something. Neha, you also think of something
okay,
that
sir,
we can share with the learners. Okay.
fine,
And
sir,
we wish them the best, and they should now start writing and speaking English.
yes,
And we have our best wishes for them. God bless all of you. Okay.
yes,
Thank
yes,
you.
thank you,
Okay.
sir, good night.